lied. I didn't get monetized with 2 videos in 2 months. I actually got monetized with 1 video. This channel is a concrete proof that YouTube is pushing new channels if the channel owners know what they're doing. So how did I achieve this, or more importantly, how can you achieve this as well? Look, with the proven to work blueprint that I personally used to get monetized, which I'll give to you in this video, and a lot of hard work, you can also achieve the same thing, maybe even faster. So focus and listen. This might be the most important video you watch today. I personally use this 4-step blueprint to make sure my videos are fully optimized for getting views. And no, I'm not gonna tell you to make attention-grabbing thumbnails or write good titles, because obviously you need a good title to make your video interesting, duh. We're not gonna discuss obvious stuff here. I'm gonna give you real sauce. So, let's break down my YouTube blueprint. Step 1. YouTube outliers. Importance level. Game changer. I'll explain this with a real life example. Remember the Titanic submarine that everyone was talking about? That topic had millions of people interested in and everyone wanted to know more about it. But because the topic was so new and popped out of nowhere, there was way more demand than there was supply. Do you know who took advantage of that? This YouTube channel. They made a video about it and it got 15 million views. This video alone gained them 117,000 subscribers in 1 month. And before this, they were only getting 2,000 subscribers per month. That means they 50x'd their growth. But how does knowing this help you? Look, these type of videos are called outliers. It means a video on a channel getting way more views than they usually get on an average video. And that's because the amount of people interested in that topic, aka the demand, is way more than the amount of videos made about it on YouTube, aka the supply. And this causes videos to blow up. And if you also make high quality videos about these topics, your videos are gonna go viral as well. But how do you find these kind of topics before they get saturated? There are 2 ways. The first one is manual and the other is through using AI tools. The first way, when scrolling through YouTube, keep an eye out for a video on a channel getting 10 times more views than their average viewership. If you spot these type of videos, that means those topics are hot as fuck. And it's a sign for you to jump in if it's in your niche. Bonus, if you see this on a small channel, that means that topic is literally on fire. The second way, there are tools that help you find outlier videos such as Creator ML and vidIQ. The way they work is by getting the channel's average viewership and compare it to the current viewership on their new video. And then they tell you if the video is an outlier or not. I'll leave links for those in the description as well, but I personally suggest doing it the first way because that's how I discovered the topic of the video that got me monetized. However, when you find these topics, make sure you make the best value-packed high-quality video about it. But just because you gain exposure because of an outlier topic, it doesn't necessarily mean your video is gonna blow up. You also need to strategize how your video is gonna make your audience feel, which I'm gonna fully explain in step 2. Step 2. The 2 feelings. Importance level. If you want views, not easily but fast, listen up. There are 2 important feelings viewers get when they click on a video. Let's break them down. The first one is the feeling your video gives to the viewer in the intro. This first feeling is all about making your audience trust you. But how do you make a stranger trust you in a few seconds? Easy. Your intro needs to deliver on what you promise in your thumbnail and title. This will generally signal trust to your viewer, and they will subconsciously realize that they've not been clickbaited, which leads to them relaxing and not worrying that their time is just being milked by an untrusted YouTuber. But if you want to take this to the next level, you can give them more than what you promised in the thumbnail and the title. That's actually what we did in this video. Did you spot that, by the way? However, this trust alone is not enough to satisfy your viewers, which is why we have the second feeling to work on, which is the feeling they get when they finish watching the video. This one is completely different from the first one. Let me explain with an example. I want you to recall a time when you were hanging out with your friends and later, on your way home, you felt a certain way. It's the feeling you get after interacting with another person, which can be both positive and negative. Sometimes you're like, damn, I wasted my time, that wasn't worth it at all. But other times you're like, that was awesome, I'm so glad I decided to hang out, can't wait to do it again. YouTube videos and viewers have a similar connection. When viewers finish a video, they subconsciously analyze what value they got from it. If your video actually had something to offer, they will end up liking, subscribing, and commenting, and maybe watch more of your videos. But the opposite is also true. If your video didn't have anything to offer and you just wasted your viewers' time, you'll end up with dissatisfied viewers, and the algorithm senses this by analyzing how your viewers behave both during and after watching your video. And not satisfied viewers mean that you need to chase new viewers all the time instead of building a loyal fan base. So in order to make sure your viewers feel satisfied, you need to overanalyze your scripts and ideas, and make sure you have something that's worth your viewers' time. Now that can be entertainment, education, tutorials, or other stuff. Take my video that got me monetized as an example. It tells the story of what I achieved over 30 days of my life. I literally tested a side hustle for a month to make sure my video would be worth watching. So because I invested a month of my life, and I shared everything I learned and achieved in 9 minutes, people actually watched my video. However, you need to make sure the decisions you make during the making of the video are correct to maximize your views, and I'll explain this in the next step. Step 3. Make data-driven decisions. Importance level. If you don't want to make dumb decisions, listen up. I'm explaining this with an example as well. I went to my analytics and analyzed my retention graph. As you can see, only 39% of the people who clicked on the video remain before I even get to the first step. Why? Because I yapped for a fucking minute. That's how I learned that keeping the intro short but informative is one of the most important things in a YouTube video. Because imagine if I had 50% of my audience still watching instead of 39. That would have easily doubled my views. You see, if you analyze your videos after you upload them, and correct your mistakes for the next one, you will undoubtedly make progress. But why do some videos get a higher retention compared to other ones even though they're about the same topic? Let's break this down in the next and final step of the blueprint. Step 4. Atomicity. Importance level. Just fucking listen. Try to make your videos look like a one whole unit. Meaning if someone started watching, they would need to watch it all if they want to get the full value. And no, I'm not saying you need to drag them till the end to deliver what they clicked for, but what I mean is to link the different parts of your video and story to each other. For example, in this 4-step YouTube blueprint, all the steps need to be understood and implemented together to produce an awesome YouTube video. Each step would be meaningless without the steps that come after or came before it. And I hinted that at the end of each step. Throughout this video, I always mentioned that the next step would be also needed and should be implemented as well. This way, you make sure your audience gets the whole value package you intended to give to them. And they will definitely watch the whole video if you provide them with enough value that's worth their time. Here is the finished blueprint. Make sure to take a screenshot. By using this strategy, I got monetized with only one video, and you can too. And if this video gave you any value at all, I kindly ask you to subscribe. Keep hustling.